Are you wondering that how these kind of drawings are created in SolidWorks? Then don't worry, you are at the right place. I will show you step by step how to create those professionally looking drawings for production shop floors in the area of sheet metal part. So stay tuned. Let's begin with the process of creating such drawings in the SolidWorks window. I am going to new part, new SolidWorks document, click drawing, click OK. Now here the standard sheet sizes are available. Here I have ticked only show standard formats, and if you untick, then all the other formats will be shown. So for showing the standard sheet formats, click on only show standard formats. Since I will work on a small part, so I will give A4 sheet size, and also you can customize the sheet size by clicking this, and you can give your dimensions as per your customized sizes. I am giving 410 by 500. So see, the template is getting changed. And if you don't want a custom sheet size, then standard sheet size is good, because in standard sheet sizes, the sheet formats is inbuilt. I will click OK. Now see, the new document, drawing document has been opened with the portrait view, and the paper size is A4 sheet size. And next thing we will have to do is to check for the units. When I click this icon in the bottom right portion, I will find mmgs, and I will click there and see the different units are available here. You can choose your preferred unit. I will work in the mmgs, so I have selected mmgs. Now we are ready to proceed for the next step of drawing creation in SolidWorks. For creating the part views, go to the drawing tab in the command center area, click on model view, and from here a dialog box will be open, and it is asking for the part oblique assembly to insert. You will have to give the location of the part that we want to place the view of. Since my part is on the desktop, so I have given it on the desktop location. Click on your part file name and open. And now the part has been loaded in SolidWorks memory. Now if we simply go in the sheet area, we will see rectangle is made, and if we click there, then you will find the view has been created. And you can also change the view type to, let's say, left view, right view, and top view, bottom view. I will give it left view, since I want this to be my front view. So will place this in the center, and I am working on the third angle projection. In third angle projection, the left hand side view is placed on the left hand side, and the right hand side view is placed on the right hand side, and bottom is in the bottom, and top view is in the top. So I will go on the projected view and will create a side view, left hand side view from that part. I will again explain the process. I will go on projected view, and simply if I come in the seat area, I will find my view is getting generated. So I will place this here and move this to bit of right hand side, so that it is in the center now. And now it is fine, because I can adjust them and place them in the drawing correctly. Again, adjust the isometric view. Now it seems correct. Now left hand side view, and this is the front view. Now I will explain how to give the dimensions. For creating the dimension, go to the annotation tab and click on the smart dimensions command, and simply before creating smart dimensions, double click the view where you want to create the dimension, and again click on the smart dimensions and start giving the dimensions of the object. So this overall length is 150, height of the object is 25. Change the arrow direction by clicking on this point, and overall width can be given in this view from this edge to this edge. It is 73, and this flange length, sorry, for switching the view, you will have to again double click on that view, and now start giving the dimension to that particular view. And this purple box is representing that currently this view is active, and all the dimensions that you are giving is linked to that particular uh, inside box view. So this width is 73, and this is flange length is 15. Change the arrow direction to inside, correct, and this width is 45. Place it below, and if you click on that particular section, you can find the different options for tolerances, etc. Again, adjust the dimensions further, and give the thickness dimension. Thickness dimension is shown here. This 1 mm, and also one more thing remaining. It is the radius dimension, inside radius of the band. It is 1.5. Change the arrow direction. You can also change the arrow type. For changing the arrow type, click on the dimension, go to the next to value leaders, and here you can choose different style of dimensioning, like this is diameter type, this is the normal type, and this is a different slightly different type of dimension where the dimension is shown, and this is the correct way of dimensioning. Now adjust the dimensions according to the views and fit them in the drawing view area. Now next thing is to give the material to the part, and material and thickness detail. So for giving those details, go to the table, general table, create a 2 by 2 row table, and in the first section write the material, and again in front of the material write material code. As I know my material is IS 513. Firstly write standard, this is material standard, and next to that give the grade CR1. So this is the material grade and this is the material standard. And below the material, you should give the thickness value. Thickness is, in our case, thickness is 1 mm. Give it 1, and do not remember to keep these notes in uppercase. all uppercase. Click on the cell and click on this all uppercase. So now the material definition and thickness definition is complete, and another information that is required is the weight of the part. So for giving the weight of the part, as you can see in my title block, it is automatically updated because it is I have given material in my part, and let's see what material I have given. I have given the plain carbon steel, and it is automatically shown in the drawing sheet. So for that, you will have to first give the material, and then you will see the weight coming here, and currently the weight is 137.55 millimeters, no sorry, grams. 170 137.55 grams. And another more crucial information that is given in the sheet metal part drawing is it's a flat pattern. So for giving the flat pattern, you will have to come in the lower left hand portion and just next to sheet 1, which is my current sheet. It is showing the add sheet symbol, and click there. So I now have added the second sheet of that drawing, and in this drawing I will give the flat pattern size of that particular part. So for creating the flat pattern, you will have to go to the drawing tab and again go to the model view, and again click on this next arrow, and in the orientation you don't need to change anything, and in more views area you will find the A option, which is flat pattern. Just click on that flat pattern and come in the sheet area and click anywhere. So you will see the flat pattern is automatically created with the band angle values and band radius values. And now you can also give the dimensions to that particular flat pattern, because that are required by the manufacturer. So I will give the dimension. Length is 150 and width of the part is going to be 11 7.25 117.25, and this is the flat pattern size. Now again, one more information that needs to be added on the both sheet is this material and thickness information. So always remember to keep this information on the both sheet of the sheet metal drawing. So I just copied the table and pasted in the second sheet. And additionally, what you can do is you can, instead of uh, this note writing, you can give also this band information in the form of a table. So for that, inside SolidWorks, there is a dedicated table called band table. In the table section, you will find band table. I will click there and click on the flat pattern view and simply green tick and come in the drawing area. You will see the band table is getting automatically created. And now the band information from the view has been disappeared because we have provided the band table in the drawing section. Now see, this is the band tag, which is for this band. Band A is direction is up, angle is 90 degree, and inner radius of that band is 1.5, and so on up to D band, which is down in direction 90 degree in angle, and inner radius of that band is 1.5. And this note is showing that this face is fixed, this center face is fixed, and on that fixed face On top of that, every band has been built, and the band direction and radius information has been given. So this I hope completes the drawing creation for sheet metal part inside the SolidWorks. And one more thing, now you need to export this drawing to PDF. So for exporting this drawing to PDF, what you will have to do is simply click Ctrl plus P from your keyboard and you will see the print command. And in the name section, either you can uh, click Microsoft Print to PDF or OneNote Desktop. So I will create a PDF, and in the properties section you can adjust the orientation. I need in the portrait view, in vertical view, and if I click on advanced, I can also select my paper size. So my paper size will be A4. Click OK, and again OK. And now you can also watch the preview. So this my drawing will be looking like this. This is the first page. Okay, now close, and again go to Control plus P, properties, portrait, where selected A4 paper size, and again check the. I'm again checking the settings. Now come to the page setup. In the page setup, see whether the A4 size is selected. Scale to fit. Scale is 100%, and drawing color is automatic. Portrait is the orientation, and click OK. Now again click on OK. You will see it is generating the PDF. Now give the location of that PDF to place. I will give the desktop. In our case, file name is AH1251. Save as PDF. Save. Now our file will be saved, and you can see, check the PDF. This is our PDF. Now see, the PDF has been created in the very good quality. Everything is looking crystal clear, and all the necessary information has been mentioned in the drawing. So this is the professional way of creating drawings for production shop floors. I hope you like this video, and I will again ask you to subscribe for my channel if you like this kind of content. I will be creating regularly this kind of content for you. And do not forget to share, like, and comment. And also tell me if you have any feedback for me to improve in any particular area, or any other topic, or any other professional help you want from my side. I can give you any help that is possible from my side. So please contact me if you have any queries in SolidWorks learning, or in design related field. You want to have some career guidance, then I can help you. So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and keep watching my content. I will see you. Thank you.